What up, folks? Welcome back to ULTRAZILLA Toys, and today I have a review of the Robot Spirits Pacific Rim Uprising Titan Redeemer. If you watched my Gypsy Avenger review right before this, I want to thank you. That's a long video for what this is, but I had a lot to talk about, surrounding the figure and the figure line. So hope you dug that part of that discussion. The next two reviews won't be quite like that, so let's get right into it. This is Titan Redeemer. This is one of the new JAEGERs in the Pacific Rim Uprising movie. And now this guy, as well as Bracer Phoenix, in my opinion, are of a little bit lesser quality than Gypsy Avenger, but we'll get into that as we go. We're going to start out with his accessories, and he comes with just one extra hand here. It's a very, very open hand, kind of like Gypsy Avenger. It's kind of soft plastic on the fingers, but it's sculpted well. Looks pretty good. You got some green here. Now, you got some really swirly looking plastic throughout Titan Redeemer here, and I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong here, that is due to the plastic itself and not the movie, but I mean, I could be wrong, but right now it's just coming off as like, some of that swirling you get in plastic sometimes, which isn't so hot. So you're going to see this throughout, and that's one of the things I'm talking about. And if I'm proven wrong later on, then I'm proven wrong, I will take it back. But for now, this does look very strange to me, for sure. He also comes with this little mini JAEGER called Scrapper. Now, I don't recall this in the trailer. It might be in there. But I don't know the story behind this, and I am curious. Yeah. It's just a little PVC figure, one color here in like a gray. The sculpting is pretty good for something really, really small here. He does have a little, kind of like construction robot feel, like a Constructicon. So that's very interesting. Look at this head sculpt. And the chest. There's a lot of sculpt here for a little thing. So yeah, I'm not sure what the story is here. If you know, feel free to enlighten us. But put in spoilers, Like, say spoiler. If you know. Maybe some people don't want to know. You can see some of that swirly plastic look there as well, right on the back there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be that way. Bringing Titan Redeemer's box really quick here, and it looks pretty smooth here. I don't really see anything in the promo shots. It's really hard to tell though. Nice box though. I really do like all of this like kind of art here in the front that all of them have. It's pretty cool. I will look at the boxes further in my haul of the week coming up tomorrow. So yes, obviously these guys are part of the haul of the week because, they're part of the haul of the week. What am I going to say? Let's look at the figure. It is a pretty nice design. I really like it. There is something slightly more generic looking, I think, about the mechs in this movie than there was in the first movie. But then again, that could also be because it's just a second movie, you know what I'm saying? But man, Cherno Alpha and like Crimson Typhoon were so unique and different. Striker Eureka, not so much, I guess, but he's along these veins. And that's the thing. I feel like these guys are all like more humanoid feeling in a way, comparatively to those two that I mentioned. So, but as you can see, you get a lot of swirling in the plastic. And to me, that's, it's just, it just feels a little cheaper when you see that. So, and you see it a lot. But again, it could be part of the design. I'm not 100% sure. It's hard for me to say completely. It's definitely not paint. It's definitely in the plastic itself. So that's why it's tough to say. I mean, if you want to take that as like, you know, a painted thing, then that's kind of cool too. You know, and in a way, I kind of do because it is kind of all over. So it does give it some sort of texture. So your mileage is going to vary on how you feel about that. Otherwise, the design isn't bad. I do kind of like it. I really like his head sculpt. We'll look at the paint as we go as well now. The eyes are yellow, and that's done cleanly. But the rest of the head is just the one color. Sculpted is alright though, you know, not bad. You see the neck is sculpted underneath. And then you have these lines here tampoed on. And over here, the arrows. Those look good. That's the only bit of like paint on here. But I do like how the green of this plastic goes over the dark gray. That looks pretty cool. And then his mid section here looks decent. I like all these like gears and stuff and like whatever's. Over here, mechanical stuff, that looks pretty decent. It's all right there. The fist is a nice sculpt. And you can take it out and put it in this. These do come out fairly easy, so do be careful. And this looks a little odd to me, the way that looks on here. Kind of sticking up, you know? On this hand, you have his big, like, ball weapon here. Not sure what they're calling this exactly. Let's see. Let's see if it's not on the back. Let's see if we have it here in the directions. I don't see it. I don't see it. So if you guys know, let me know. It's definitely some sort of ball weapon here. Definitely not on the back either. So yeah, nothing on the front either. So I'm not exactly sure what they're calling this, but it does spin. And it does look really cool. It's like all over the place as far as like the directions of the blades, which is kind of cool. And it looks like, man, it would cause a lot of damage. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if this comes out and is keyed like the others. It's not coming out here, guys. If we could look inside there. Oh, wait. It is. There you go, guys. That is, that does come off and is keyed the same way. So here's a Gypsy. And now we could switch them out. There you go, guys. You can switch out their forearms. Pretty cool. Nice little feature there. That's something I did not include in the Gypsy review, but that's okay because he had his own stuff, so that's a pretty cool feature. Now getting down to his legs, and I like this little bit right here. Not sure what it's supposed to be, but I like it. Not on the other side either. Like this crotch section. It's kind of pointy. It's kind of cool. His back looks really nice. Lots of good sculpt work back there. Going down to his legs. Decently sculpted. You're not getting any paint here. You're just getting the different... The feet look good. You're getting the different color plastics, and that's about it. But you get like a few different ones, which is good. It breaks up the paint. Well, it breaks up the sculpt, I should say, a little bit. But there's no paint, and you know, that's, again, your mileage is going to vary on that. It is nice looking no matter what, but I don't know. So let's look at articulation and then we'll talk further. Head's on a ball joint. Really free range of movement there. Not loose, but like free. This guy, I believe, has a neck joint. Yes, so you can go back and forth, which Gypsy did not. And this is kind of a soft plastic up here, so you can come out, and there's a ball joint in there. Can't really go up too much, but you can come out. Can come back, and this kind of goes up and down here on the other side of that ball joint, like the barbell joints like we saw in Gypsy. You can swivel up there. You have a double jointed elbow, but you're not getting a huge range of motion out of this one. Then you have the, see, that comes off pretty easy. I'm going to put on the fist again. So that's pretty cool. Then we saw this moves here. You have an ab joint. And I do see it this time. It is a double ball joint as well. Couldn't see it in Gypsy Avenger, but you get some really good motion here with Titan Redeemer. A lot more. Then this, the same thing like Gypsy. It's like the whole body is like a floating piece here. So you can move it in there. Then you got the double ball joints at the hips. And this way as well. So you could turn around and you kind of create this like faux drop down joint, which works decently well. Double jointed knee. Actually really works good on this guy. And then the ball joint at the foot for a lot of range of motion. So pretty good. He moves decently, like just his shoulders, I'd say. Doesn't move super hot, but yeah, I mean, I like this guy, I do. He just, here's the problem. I'm gonna illustrate it right here before we get into anything else, because I'm talking about this a lot. These guys, for the most part, unless you find a deal, and I know some places, some TRUs are selling them for cheaper for whatever reason right now. I think that's an error. Take advantage of that if you see it. Sell them for $19.99 each all. This is the only one that's supposed to be $19.99. And that's because it's at an introductory price to get you into the line. However, this guy has more paint, more accessories. And then these guys are like anywhere between like the $27.99 and $32.99 range, which is probably the price point these should all be at. But because they're giving you this cheaper, you know, when you get these, you kind of feel like you're getting less, and you are getting less. So it's a tough, and they're short, and he's shorter. So we're gonna do the first size comparisons while we're talking here. So you know, like he's shorter than Gypsy. So that's a tough one, I think, because they're trying to market this towards the big North American audience, and as we saw, like distribution is being handled by Bandai America, it seems. Here's a Bracer Phoenix as well for size comparison. Like that is, and they're pretty much the same height. He might be a little bit taller. Because of that, it's like you end up paying, you feel like you're getting less. And I'm telling you, like the North American audience, I mean, if they're going for the casual, not casual, but a different fan that's not already getting a lot of like Tamashii products, those fans may balk at, you know, the higher price point and getting less. Either that or they'll get them reluctantly, or you know, they won't, because, you know, this is the popular character. As we kind of saw with NECA, this is the one that pretty much sold a lot, was Gypsy Danger. But yeah, you know, like, this is a tough one for me, because, I mean, look, I like the cheaper price point. I just wish they were all this price, or they were all that price. I mean, as objectively as a, you know, reviewer, and knowing what, not knowing, but like, you know, theorizing on how this is gonna go. Hopefully it does well and nobody cares, but I have to put it out there because I feel like that could be an issue, you know what I'm saying? You are getting less with these and they are more, so that's the big deal. Let's do some other size comparisons now. Less than we did before, but some cool ones. There is Kiryu from SH Monster Arts. Like I said, I really like these guys. Are a little smaller, and they do scale really well with the Monster Arts for sure. Here is the legendary Godzilla 14. They scale pretty well again. I really dig that. Here is a NECA Godzilla, the 2001. And we're going to go a little bit different. Here is a Rampage figure, so you see how much bigger these guys are. And one more here, one that I didn't do at the other, you know, in my other review, but this is a good one to see. This is one of the NECA Kaiju Knifehead there. So you can see super big comparatively. Yeah, it is what it is. But pretty cool nonetheless. I do like it. I just don't, you know, the problems I have with it are the swirly plastic. Again, we'll have to see how that goes. I doubt that's what it looks like in the movie. And the price point, but the price point compared to this one, you know, again, a Tamashii product is more expensive. It is what it is. So that's it. That's all I got. You take that as you will. Take that information and you go shopping. The DSTs are coming out soon as well. Those are going to be bigger, kind of like the NECAs. We'll see how well they scale up against each other. Should be pretty interesting. All right, so you're going to have some choices out there, guys. So please like, and then we're going to get the Kaiju from these guys. That'll be interesting. Those are vinyls though, so that'll be interesting. All right, so that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And until next time, peace out, peeps.